I never thought I'd be on here defending a white man. Okay, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier just completed its first season, and it was so good that I had to take time and review it. So if you haven't seen it yet, now is time to dip because I got wild spoilers coming up. So let's get started with the things that I didn't like. COVID is obviously still ruining everything in our lives, and this is no exception. There have been major rumors that they removed the pandemic storyline, and it shows, which frankly I feel like was a mistake because I think it would have been a great opportunity to show the disparities between people of color and the disenfranchised and access to medical care, completing the story that essentially Isaiah started. But beyond that, it left gaping holes in the story. While I was watching the beginning of the finale, I kept on rewinding because I felt like I skipped a major piece. Like that whole Mama Doña plotline. There were no real scenes that showed her impact on Carly before she died. Actually, Mama Doña did not speak once. So how am I supposed to feel empathetic while she's at this funeral? Also, the power broker. For some reason, I never saw the power broker as a true threat. They threw their name out here and there, but what was something that the power broker specifically did that made you feel like, dang, they're in trouble? Also, the reveal of who the power broker was seemed so lazy to me. But my biggest issue is what my friends at Fall All Nerds call the Killmonger effect, where Marvel takes this well-rounded antagonist that has legitimate reasons to strike out and turn them to a cartoon murderous villain. As fire as that speech that Sam Wilson gave, he was wrong about one thing. The Flag Smashers were terrorists. They were murdering a lot of people to support their beliefs. It's what terrorists do. Imagine how fire the storyline would be if the Flag Smashers were only stealing medical supplies and destroying government property. Then that speech that Sam gave, which I have to admit was a little cringy at times, would be so much more impactful. Because then what would be the difference between labeling them a terrorist or philanthropist? It also makes Carly seems so much more like the Robin Hood that they were pretending that she was. Now, enough about that. Let's talk about the stuff that I did like. I'ma say it. I really mess with John Walker. To me, John Walker is exactly what Bucky would be if Bucky lived today in 2020 in this America. He spent his entire life being a vessel for the US government in the same way Bucky was for the Soviet Union, to the point where I don't even know if his ideals are his own. Like, seriously, do you know how that man dressed? Because I saw him in government issued drip the entire series, except for when he was doing his cosplay that was modeled after his government issued suit. And to be honest, everything that John Walker did, I myself would do. A terrorist clap my mans? All of them getting folded. I don't care who's responsible. If you mess with Carly, it's on sight. The US government, who I dedicated my life to, other than honorably discharges me for doing their bidding, you're damn right I'ma act a monkey in that courtroom. Especially since they acting like it's not what we do all the time. And I'm definitely not stepping down as Captain America, which was assigned to me by the only job that I truly know, just because somebody filled me doing what y'all wanted me to do. Y'all got me fucked up. I also don't think that US agent will be a villain, because let's be real, even comic readers know that he's not truly a villain, he's just a dick. And I know he's affiliated with Val, who is Madam Hydra, but let's be real, she was Madam Hydra for a hot second. She worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. way longer, so y'all could just simmer down. Another thing I loved was watching Bucky move so freely amongst the blacks, confirming my theory that he has gotten some Wakandan punani while he was abroad. Because not only was he at the cookout, but Sam's family trusted him to bring the cake? You don't get that on your first rodeo, you hear? But my favorite part was the dissection of patriotism in the black community. Watching Sam consider what it means to represent a country that essentially hates him while learning Isaiah Bradley's story, while also trying to take down terrorists that are frankly spitting facts, while also not being able to get a loan when you got vanished for the world, while also watching some white boy basically grave rob your homeboy's stuff, is frankly one of the most compelling stories I've ever watched. And I've never really been a big fan of Anthony Mackie, but he is killing it in this show. All in all, I give this show 4 out of 5 Frankie Flames and 5 Frankie Butts to you John Walker haters who are also simping for Zemo. Please let my man cosplay in peace. So, do you agree? What were your thoughts on this show? Let me know in my comments below. And until next time, have a fantastic week, my friends.